welcome to another edition of Entrepreneurs in Fuego Season 2. We're documenting the journey of amazing entrepreneurs such as Jennifer Johnson, witnessing nature. But it's more than that, witnessing nature in everything.
That's correct.
.com.
.net.
.net.
Yeah.
.org. .net. You're amazing, Jennifer. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Awesome. Tell us a little bit more about witnessing nature.
So,
Wait. You're a private chef, right?
I am.
You
Want some food?
Oh my God. You got a bunch of hungry people over here. I shouldn't have said that. You got a bunch of hungry people. They're going to be coming flocking in here and stuff. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So, I spent a lot of time in corporate America, and I've always been into organic environmental advocacy and things. And I really just started about a year ago. I decided I was going to do my own thing, and I left corporate America, opened up my own cooking school and personal chef, private chef, and I do some catering as well. It's all whole organic food, so I only do anything that's made sure that it is, no hormones, no chemicals, no completely sustainable, cage-free, things like that. What I want to do business with, and I want to eat or put things on my body that have come basically natural and not with any growth hormones or things that are going to affect us.
A lot of foodies are here. They're going to kill me when I ask all these questions, but is organic overrated?
I think organic is...
The labeling and
I think
the way that we're being marketed organic.
The marketing is absolutely, yes. The marketing, they use a lot of marketing terms to make people feel comfortable about their food.
You go. Okay.
I watched a milk commercial the other day about milk coming naturally from cows. I'm like, well, of course it does.
That is idiotic. How else is it going to come down?
It's all natural. It's all natural milk, the way nature intended, as the commercial said. And I'm like, what? Does that cow have hormones? Was it fed corn or was it grass grazed? I mean, tell me about where that came from.
That's what's important.
That's what's important to me and to the people that I serve.
Right. And so you break out from corporate America and you decide, I'm taking the plunge, I'm going to be an entrepreneur. This is about your journey. What made you decide to take that jump? Was it frustration? Was it a challenge? Were you always, the entrepreneurial wheels always spun in your head? What happened?
So I've always been kind of an entrepreneur. So I was an engineer. So one of the very only engineers in engineering school that was a female.
Wait. You're an engineer and you go to be a private chef.
Yeah, well, I'm a chef too, but.
What are the similarities or the dissimilarities there? I mean.
So after I finished engineering school, I didn't go to college right out of high school. I had kids, got married, had kids, and then realized I was going to be a single parent and decided I needed to go to school if I was going to be able to support my kids. And so I went to engineering school at night, worked during the day, supported the kids. One day, kids are like 7, 8, and 9. I get out of school, graduate, sit down and decide I'm going to have a home cooked meal with the kids, and the kids go, yeah, this is not good. I want the stuff in the box instead. Oh. So I was like, well, after a couple of days of being mad at them, I said, you know what, my mom wasn't a really good cook. My mom has a billion awesome qualities, but she wasn't a really good cook. I helped her cook, raised my brothers and sisters, and so I went back to culinary school, and we made like a team building thing out of it for the kids and I. On the weekends or in the evenings or whatever, we would make dishes. And my youngest son is even a chef. He's a master chef and has a master's in restaurant management.
It is interesting because being an engineer, food is all about portions, right? I mean, food is all about measurements.
It's about chemistry a bit, yeah.
It's about chemistry. And so being an engineer, you're a systems person. So you probably took that and saw food and how to do a composite of the different foods and the different ingredients and so on and so forth.
Yeah, I'm big into flavor complements. I don't follow recipes really well. I'll never be a pastry chef. You got to have the exact of this, and this, right?
It's a science.
And me, I'm more into the taste and how can I make, one thing that people complain a lot about with organic food, or maybe the perception is that it tastes awful and it looks horrible. And they want to go to 5-star restaurants, so they want to have a meal that looks pleasant on their plate, and they want to be able to do that at home. And so that's what I'm all about, is figuring out how to make sure that I use whole organic ingredients to give them a 5-star restaurant meal.
Awesome. So let's go back a little bit, and I asked you the question. There was a moment that you decided, all right, I'm not going to be an engineer anymore, I'm going to be a chef. What was that?
So I kind of like, my kids grew up and they moved out and they did their own thing, and not one of them is an engineer. They want to do their own thing. And I said, you know what? I'm 50. Why don't I do my own thing? I don't have to support them anymore. I have money, I can start myself up. I've always done, even though I did my chef degree 20 years ago, I've always done private parties and big events and weddings and things like that
So
for my
you're doing it
friends.
for fun.
For fun, so why don't I just do this?
Why don't we capitalize on it?
Absolutely.
You got a specialty?
Oh, I love French food. I spend a month in Paris every year for the past, this will be my 12th year.
What's the best dish? If anybody were to ask you, all right, just shine, prepare the best dish that people are going to remember you forever, what is that?
Oh, probably my duck. Many people say that they hate duck, haven't had my duck.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that too fatty for some people?
If you cook it wrong, yes, it can be very fatty, but if you cook it, there's just a specialty way of getting all the fat out of it as it's cooking, so that, I mean, honestly, so that you braise the bottom of it and then turn it over, and then you poke holes, and so that the fat runs through to the bottom and makes all the meat nice and tender and not fatty.
Best soup
And then you drain it out.
Best soup I tried ever in my life. Duck soup at the Los Angeles Athletic Club in Los Angeles, California.
Duck
It was
soup is
just
good.
out of control. Then
But
again,
you haven't had my tomato or roasted red pepper soup either.
but we will. And you just don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. We're going to make sure that we do. All right. So now you're into this business.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you market yourself? How do you promote yourself? I think that the leitmotif for this particular show is going to be, for all these entrepreneurs, going to be about marketing. How do you promote yourself, other than word of mouth, of course?
So I do a lot of networking. I've been really blessed with meeting a bunch of wonderful women at eWomen Network.
Mm-hmm.
It's run right now by Jonelle McCauley, and at least the Phoenix chapter, the Scottsdale chapter is. And there's a lot of wonderful women there, along
We
with
interviewed
networking.
Janelle. Yeah,
Did you?
Yeah, we did interview her. I'm like, wait a minute, that she sounds very familiar. And I'm looking at Taylor. She's like, we interviewed her. Wonderful, wonderful.
She is, absolutely. She's all about inclusion. Actually, everybody from Sandra Yancey down, the founder, down, is all about inclusion and making sure that, there's always room for one more at the table. And honestly, they make you feel really good. They help you market, they help refer you to other people. And then also I do a lot of events with Heather Visca over at Foxfire Events. I sponsor some additional events, and then I so that I can prepare food for it and hand out my card and do things like that, as well as do some Facebook ads, some Google ads, some things like that. I mean, has it grown as fast as I would like it to? But I will tell, not really. But I mean, I'm a very impatient person. So, but talking to a lot of my friends and stuff, I have probably 3-4 weeks busy. I'm out 3 or 4 weeks booked out, and so honestly, I would like to have 4 and 5 months booked out, and then have some other things drop in. But I think that I'm doing well. Last month I made about 75% of my previous salary, so I think I'm going there. Just going to take a little more time and some more information, doing things like this. I love being on the show.
What's the toughest thing about cooking?
Oh, preparing everything so it all comes off at the same time. It's about timing and coordination.
You need a sous chef?
Do I need a sous chef? I always need a sous chef. You ready to come over?
Train me. I have no idea. I make a mean omelet, but that's about the extent of my.
Well, then you have to come to
culinary.
cooking classes. Look on the website and come to cooking classes.
Do you do cooking classes?
I do. I have cooking classes.
When do you do those cooking classes?
Thursday night and Saturday afternoons.
Where?
In Old Town Scottsdale, in the back of Elise Living Lifestyle Boutique. I have a kitchen there.
You have a kitchen there, and you do cooking classes?
Mm-hmm.
We have a kitchen here.
I could do cooking classes here.
We can. We don't have a full kitchen. We don't have an oven, but I can get you one.
We can figure it out.
Cooking is truly. If I had my druthers, I think I was born to be a cook. I'm a frustrated cook, and I don't cook enough.
Why frustrated?
Because that's what I would have probably wanted to do. It's one of those things. I was
50 when I decided, so you could always decide.
Well, I'm past 50, so it's all over for me, dude. I was going to be a bullfighter or an architect or a cook. I'm neither.
my son has his culinary degree and he's making pottery, so I don't know.
We're gonna have to get together. We're gonna have to do like a little, just sampling of all your best dishes and so forth.
No, absolutely, happy to.
That's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have to. We know a lot of people, and we can definitely connect you with a lot of
Good,
people.
I brought you a lot of business cards to hand out too.
Thank you. I asked people, bring business cards. We're not a lot of people. There you go. Boom. That sounds good. You're gonna come back with food someday.
Absolutely.
I keep
Invite me
harping on
back. Invite me back. I'll come bring you some
No,
food.
you got.
Oh,
carte
now I just have to
blanche.
come back now. Oh, okay.
You got carte blanche.
Every Tuesday, is that the time?
Preferably around dinner time. With that, we're out.